On behalf of Punjab University, I welcome you all to the Northern Zone Vice Chancellors Conference on Implementation of National Education Policy 2020. We are privileged that Punjab University today is host to such a galaxy of eminent educationists. We are particularly privileged to have with us our chief guest, Shri Bandaru Dattatreya ji, Honorable Governor of Haryana, Professor M. Jagdesh Kumar, Chairman UGC. Thank you, sirs, for sparing your valuable time. Vidya Dadati Vinayam, Vinaya Dhati Patratam, Patratvadanam, Dhana Dharmaha, Tataha Sukham. Knowledge imparts politeness, which in turn gives worthiness. From that worthiness, one earns a living. That wealth leads to the path of virtue, which in turn gives happiness. Today's deliberation is not just about the national education policy, but about the bold initiative of NEP 2020, through which we create a virtuous next generation. This learned congregation over 2 days will brainstorm and lay a roadmap for the successful implementation of the national education policy. Before we commence, may I request all of you to rise in your seats for the Punjab University anthem.
ज्योतिर्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय
पंजाब विश्वविद्यालय शौकत सदा रहे, मन में तेरा आदर मान और मोहब्बत सदा रहे। पंजाब विश्वविद्यालय तेरी शान और शौकत सदा रहे। तू है अपना विधाता, पंख बिना परवान सिखाता, जीवन पुस्तक रोज पढ़ाकर सही गलत की समझ बढ़ाता।
जीवन पुस्तक रोज पढ़ाकर सही गलत की समझ बढ़ाता।
तेरी जय का शंख बजाए,
रोशन तारे बन जाए,
बखरी तेरी शोहरत, तेरी शोहरत सदा सदा रहे।
तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय
Thank you all. As part of the Punjab University anthem, we heard the phrase Tamso Ma Jyotirgamay. And I would request the dignitaries on the dais to do just that and lighten the ceremonial lamp.
या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसारपरमाम् आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणापुस्तकधारिणीम् अभयदाम् जाड्यान्धकारापहा.
Thank you all. Atithi Devo Bhava. May I request Professor Tankeshwar Kumar, Vice Chancellor of Central University of Haryana, to honor our chief guest, Sri Dattatreya ji, with a souvenir. Thank you, sir. May I now request Professor Renu Vig, Vice Chancellor, Punjab University, to honor Chairperson UGC, Professor M. Jagdesh Kumar. Thank you, ma'am. Moving on, I request Professor Renu Vig for the welcome address.
Dignitaries on the dais, Vice Chancellors of universities in the northern region, and NEP nodal officers of various universities, and Sarthi students who are here, besides faculty of Punjab University, to attend this Northern Zone Vice Chancellors Conference for implementation of NEP 2020. I welcome you all to the campus of Punjab University. Punjab University is one of the oldest universities of India. It was the fourth university to be established in India in 1882 at Lahore. Post-partition, post-independence, the campus of Punjab University was scattered at various locations like Solan, Hoshiarpur, Jalandhar, Shimla, Rohtak, and it came to be established at Chandigarh in this campus in 1959. A.C. Joshi Library of Punjab University was inaugurated by then Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, and the foundation stone was laid by Dr. Radhakrishnan. It has around 8 lakh books today, 20,000 plus rare books, and 1,500 rare manuscripts. It's a place worth seeing. Besides that, we have Fine Arts Museum, which was inaugurated by Dr. Radhakrishnan, and it has some rare paintings which were acquired by late Dr. B.N. Goswami through Kasauli Art Center. Presently also, there is an exhibition going on in the Fine Arts Museum, which is being organized in collaboration with Kasauli Arts Center. At Punjab University, Research and Development Cell has been established as per the guidelines of UGC, although Dean Research Office has been in existence since 2010, and right now it is headed by Director Research and Development Cell, and the mandate of Research and Development Cell is to drive research, innovation and technology development. Punjab University recently went through NAAC accreditation, and for the assessment period 2017 to 2022, number of publications were more than 10,000, H-index 115, and patents 152. We have recently framed our curriculum as per the guidelines given by UGC for 4-year UG program. So we have added various verticals like multidisciplinary courses, value-added courses, ability enhancement courses, skill enhancement courses in our curriculum. Earlier also, Punjab University had centers like Center for Swami Vivekananda Studies, Department of Vedic Studies and Dayanand Chair, Center for Guru Nanak Sikh Studies. We have Sri Mantha Shankar Dev Chair also with us, and then we have departments for different foreign languages like Russian, French, German and so on. And these centers and departments used to offer certificate courses which were over and above the curriculum. But now these certificate courses have been added to the curriculum in the basket of value-added courses. And Center for Skill Development and Entrepreneurship also used to offer certificate courses for skill enhancement. But now we have added those courses, certificate courses also in the basket of skill enhancement courses. And there are about 70 courses added to the basket of value-added courses and skill enhancement courses. On the campus, it has been implemented from the current session 23-24, and in the affiliated colleges, it will be implemented from the next session 24-25. Punjab University has 202 affiliated colleges, out of which 6 are constituent colleges and there are 4 regional centers. So faculty members of various disciplines, they have designed all these new courses, and it has been done with the help of NEP cell, which has been established on the campus. Besides this, colleges have also been asked to appoint NEP nodal officers, and workshops have been organized for NEP nodal officers of the colleges also to make them aware about what is going to happen in the next session. And Universal Human Values Cell has also been established, and a course on Universal Human Values has also been added to the basket of value-added courses. The proposal for dual degree is also approved in our governing bodies, and the structure of the course is like this. It is as per the 4-year UG framework given by UGC. So a student can exit after 1 year, after second year, after third year. So if he exits after 1 year, he gets UG certificate, but he has to earn 48 credits with 4 credits of summer vacation in the first year, and UG diploma with 96 credits. So although the 4-year UG framework says 20 credits per semester, we have 24 credits per semester, and we have UG honors after 4 years. Interestingly, the Science School of Punjab University had this honor school system in place since 1919. So the honor school system of Punjab University has 3+2. So the student can exit after 3 years with a UG degree and enter in the 4th year for a PG degree. Now it will be 3+2 or 4+1. And the honor school system of Punjab University completed its 100 year of existence in 2019. And in 1920, Nobel laureate C.V. Raman visited the honor school system of Punjab University at Lahore and delivered 15 lectures. For UG with research, we have thought that the affiliated colleges which have approved research centers or master's course, they will also be allowed to offer UG honors with research. Besides that, students can also enter the university honor school system in the 4th year from colleges if they want to pursue UG degree with research, UG degree honors with research. Students have also been registered for academic bank of credits so that they can accumulate their credits, and transfer of these academic credits is visible for them. And various tasks which are ahead of us, they are going to be discussed in the sessions today and tomorrow. But I can just share that UGC has said that we can allow our students to earn up to 40% credits through MOOCs. And in our university, we have recently framed regulations for online study programs, and we have allowed students to earn up to 20% credits through MOOCs through SWAYAM portal, and SWAYAM coordinator at the university level will be appointed, and at the department levels we will have MOOC coordinators, and departments will prepare list of MOOCs they will allow their students to undertake, but the evaluation will be done by Punjab University. Besides that, like I said, that we will allow the affiliated colleges having research centers to offer UG honors with research. So we have to do clustering of colleges for sharing of resources. And we also have to allow our colleges that the colleges which are running vocational courses, the students will be able to earn their credits by undertaking those vocational courses also. And with foreign universities also, the MOUs are being pursued to offer twinning programs. And regarding apprenticeship, internship, embedded degree programs, we have signed MOU with Mahatma Gandhi National Council of Rural Education for BBA and BCom programs. And under this MOU, the MGNCRE is promoting establishment of social entrepreneurship and rural entrepreneurship development cells in the colleges. Plus, they are connecting the colleges with sectoral skill councils. And some of the colleges which are doing well under this collaboration, this data is shared by MGNCRE only. Some of the colleges are in Chandigarh, but there is a college in Fazilka, Firozpur also. Besides that, at Ludhiana, Khanna, there are colleges which are doing well under this collaboration. This is Team NEP at work at Punjab University. Lot of discussions, deliberations are happening day after day to implement NEP at Punjab University. Thank you. Jai Hind. Wish you all the best for the next 2 days here.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I would like to invite the lead coordinator of the conference, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Central University of Haryana, Professor Tankeshwar Kumar, to apprise us about the objectives of the conference.
Thank you very much. आदरणीय बंडारू दत्तात्रेय जी, महामहिम हरियाणा सरकार, श्री एम जगदीश कुमार जी, चेयरमैन यूजीसी, प्रोफेसर रेणु विग, वाइस चांसलर पंजाब यूनिवर्सिटी, प्रोफेसर रुमीना सेठी, डीन यूनिवर्सिटी इंस्ट्रक्शन, पंजाब यूनिवर्सिटी चंडीगढ़, वाइस चांसलर्स of the northern region and other dignitaries, colleagues of the various universities and of the Punjab University. This is an event, in which we have all gathered for the NEP 2020 implementation. This 2020 itself says it's 3 years, and all of us are doing something, and it is for the first time that these zonal committees were formed and they are meeting. We already had Western Zone Vice Chancellor Conclave, and it has been successful. So we thought at least we can be second in this race, that the North region should do Northern Vice Chancellor Conclave, and we thought that there could not be better place than the Punjab University Chandigarh. It's a centrally located, and it is one of the oldest university in this region, as Professor Renu Vig was describing, and there is lot of learning from this university. And because in this region this was the only university, and now we all are gathering here so that we can learn from each other. We have been implementing NEP for the last 3 years. We have started something, every university start doing something, but as I said, it is for the first time that we all will be meeting, and it's covering about 240 universities this region, and all universities may not be representing, but somebody or some representative from the universities is already there. And as NEP itself says that if a student graduate, then he should be employable. He should have learned something. He should have some skill. So that is the ultimate aim, that outcome-based education, what we are talking. So this conference, when we planned, we thought that this conference should also have some output. Right, so the output, what we have planned is, we have 10 different, I will say, aspects on which we are going to have discussion. We will be dividing into 10 groups, and each group will be discussing something, and out of those discussion, some recommendations will be coming out. We will have I will say, one coordinator and one chairperson of the group, and those groups will be discussing, for about 1.5 hours. You must have got groups already. And in that group, some recommendation will come, and that will finally be discussed in front of all of the gathering, all of the 10 groups, so that finally that recommendations are discussed, and finally that is worked out what is to be done. So it is, I hope everybody knows what are the groups we have. So in this conference, we are planning that some output will be there so that certain recommendations can come. So obviously, when you talk of the implementation, there are certain things which can be done at, for example, maybe at the teaching level itself, right? Teaching level itself, and there may be certain things which can be done at the college or the university level. There are certain things which has to be done maybe at the level of the regulatory bodies. Right? So these things, certain things when we discuss, all the things will come up, and we are in this region, will be trying to see that we all of us go for the implementation of the NEP, because if we are not able to implement NEP, then we will be, depriving our students of the various opportunities which are there for them. We cannot think of, how we'll be able to handle this pressure unless until we start having this NEP, or we say we have the education which is outcome based, and which has, which make the students not only just the employable, but they also become the nationalists. They also have the values in them. So all of the things have to be put in together, right? So that thing is possible only if we have certain, process of implementation, and that is through this North Zone, I will say, the conference. We will be discussing all these things in the different groups and making presentation after that, so that we can ultimately see that what could be the thing which can be done, which we will learn from each other. So we have to see that we all of us in this North region make this NEP implemented, whether it is being at the level of the teacher, or it is level of the or it is level of the institution itself, or maybe at the governing level. So because what we see is also, if you must have heard about that, the UGC has recently launched Malviya Mission Teacher Training Program. In that program, the teachers are being trained. Teachers are being trained for basically what is their role for the NEP, because everything lies with, I will say, the teachers, because ultimately they have to, you have that's their first stakeholder. They meet the first stakeholders in the classrooms, right? So that teacher training program is going on, and this way we see that this is the way that the NEP is now is progressing, and UGC is there for the NEP implementation, and all of us can contribute its role. So with these words, I once again thank all of you to be here, and we will be having a wonderful session. And once again, I thank Bandaru Dattayatji and Jagdish Kumarji to be, who will be present the whole day tomorrow with us, and I think it will be great learning for all of us in this conference, and some output will come from through this conference. With these words, I once again say thank you very much, all of you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Today is a proud moment for the faculty of Punjab University, because two of our own colleagues are adorning the stage as Vice Chancellors of two prestigious universities. I also have a very interesting predicament here. Protocol says that I should be introducing the next important speaker, but to be introducing the UGC chairman to hall full of vice chancellors is a little strange. However, Professor Jagdish Kumar, besides being the UGC chairman, is a professor of electrical engineering at Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, where he still teaches. He has innumerable recognitions and awards. Some of you may not know that his domain expertise is in nanoelectronic devices, nanoscale device modeling and simulation, and also innovative device design. I could go on and on about his accolades, but I realize that all of you want to hear him. So, ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you Professor Jagdish Kumar.
Honorable Governor Sri Bandaru Dattatreya Garu, my distinguished colleagues, academicians, it gives me immense pleasure to be amongst you today. All of you must be following the news about the 41 workers being rescued who were trapped in the tunnel. Just today only we saw the first images of those trapped workers inside the tunnel. They see light at the end of the tunnel. They are very hopeful that they will be rescued. And all of us also hope that they will be rescued. When our higher educational system, in general our educational system, is in very difficult times, the NEP 2020 also came as a ray of hope, as light at the end of the tunnel. When I travel across the country and meet academicians, now nobody asks me about what is National Credit Framework, why 4-year undergraduate program, why Academic Bank of Credits. Our academicians, our institutions by now have deeply understood the importance of NEP 2020. When I go around and meet the students ask me, when are we going to implement this reform? When are we going to implement that reform of NEP 2020? So I can see, therefore, across the country, in the educational institutions, the zeal to implement NEP 2020 is really visible. However, we all need to be optimistic in spite of the challenges that we may be facing. It could be infrastructural challenges, it could be appointment of faculty members in the universities, lack of research ecosystem in our universities, and so on. As leaders of educational institutions, you have a greater responsibility on your shoulders, using NEP 2020 as a roadmap to motivate our faculty members and the students, so that in the coming years, our higher educational system is transformed completely. Remember that we have set a goal for ourselves as a country to make our country a fully developed country by 2047. It's a challenging task. because all of us have to work very hard. And we need to ensure that our younger people are trained to be creative and innovative so that newer technologies are developed within our own country. Our economic system becomes stronger. Socially, culturally, we become more progressive. And only this collective development in every domain can take us to that final dream of making our country fully developed by 2047. And here our younger people play a very critical role. They are very aspirational. Today, if you talk to the younger generation, they are critical. They do not like the status quo. They want to take risks. And that's the reason why today you see our country is the third largest ecosystem for setting up startup companies. They want to take up leadership positions. Most of all, they want to become good human beings. So how do we meet the aspirations of our young people unless all of us work together and implement NEP 2020 as quickly as possible? I'm sure a lot of discussions will take place in several subcommittees that are going to brainstorm tomorrow. And I will also have the opportunity to meet you after this program for a question-answer session. We will discuss many things, but however, I would like to just put a couple of thoughts in your mind, just for your consideration and for further thought on this. Even before we implement NEP 2020, I think we need to look at the existing processes that are there in our institutions. Are we doing them in the best manner possible? For example, are all of us following the academic calendar in letter and spirit? Are we conducting our examinations in the right time? Are we announcing our results in the right time, giving the degrees, certificates to our students? I'm posing these questions because I keep hearing from across the country from the students that there is a lot that needs to be improved even in our existing processes which have been there for decades in our institutions. So my request to all of you is please look into some of these issues that I have flagged because they are still concerns to our students. And from the perspective of NEP 2020, one of the important things that all of us must focus on is how do we provide holistic education and multidisciplinary education to our students. We must ensure that the students learn by doing things. They should have a component of experiential learning. In the classroom, it is our responsibility to create an ecosystem where students can learn from each other. Peer learning has a great impact on the learning outcomes of our students. But often we don't focus on this. We should encourage our students to be critical thinkers. How many of us in our classrooms encourage our students to stand up and challenge what I am teaching, what I am imparting? Our role as teachers is now should be as mentors. What is that you want to teach our students? The information is available everywhere. Why should they come to your classroom? We need to think about that. We need to transform ourselves as teachers so that we can attract the students to come and sit with us and engage with us. I often tell about a shloka whose origin goes back to Mahabharata. It says 1/4 of education comes from the teacher, 1/4 of education comes from critical thinking done by the student, 1/4 of education comes from peer learning, and 1/4 of education comes over a period of time with experience. And this is our collective responsibility to ensure that we provide this kind of ecosystem in our educational institutions. I also want to tell you about this issue of multidisciplinary education. You all heard about interdisciplinary education, multidisciplinary education, transdisciplinary education. We need to understand clearly what exactly it is. Just to give you an example, let's say you are trying to build a drone. It requires the knowledge of mechanical engineering. It requires the knowledge of electronic circuits. It requires the knowledge of software engineering. By integrating the knowledge from different disciplines, if you are producing one single product or achieving one single goal, that is when we talk about interdisciplinary education. And in multidisciplinary education, you don't try to integrate the knowledge, but you take the best aspects of one discipline and apply them in other discipline. For example, if you are studying physics and also economics, you use the models of physics to solve the economic problems. The disciplines will remain isolated as they are. On the other hand, in transdisciplinary approach, you transcend the disciplinary approach, you bring in multidisciplinary knowledge together to solve bigger problems which are affecting the society at a larger scale. For example, how do we come up with sustainable development? And that requires knowledge of environmental science, knowledge of socio-economic, cultural aspects of society, and so on. So, multiple disciplines have to come together. So, how do we do that? You know, sometimes when I talk to the institutions, they say, we have different departments. I have economics and physics. How can I offer multidisciplinary education here? Use the National Higher Education Qualification Framework as a roadmap and encourage your physics students to take some economics courses, some economics students to take physics courses. And this is very much possible within your institutions. I also want to bring to your notice one very important thing on how to break these disciplinary boundaries. Look at a student who has just passed the 12th standard. Let's say that student has chosen commerce as a subject in the 12th standard. But now the student has changed her mind. She wants to study biology, or she wants to study physics or international relations. The biggest problem comes due to the rigidity of our educational admission processes. Even if the student has studied commerce, if the student displays competency by clearing an exam like CUET in biology, why can't our universities admit them in whichever discipline that the student wants to study? And even if after the student is admitted, if you find that there are some gaps in the knowledge of the student, why can't we provide them some bridge courses and encourage them to go beyond the disciplinary knowledge and acquire the knowledge that they want to pursue? You might have seen recently, we have issued the postgraduate course and curriculum framework. And here we are very clearly saying that irrespective of in which discipline you have done the undergraduate program, you can join in any discipline in the master's program, provided you prove your competency by clearing an entrance exam conducted either by the university or at the national level. I think this kind of openness has to come in our minds. The students are ready to experiment, to learn across the disciplines, but our institutions, our mindset is still not ready. Friends, there are many such issues I think you need to brainstorm in tomorrow's sessions. And at the end of the session, we would like to see a clear roadmap on two things. One, how to break these barriers in our mind. Why should we always think that this cannot be done, that cannot be done? Why can't we flip that and say, why not I do this? Why not I do that? How do I overcome these barriers? I think we need to acquire this kind of outlook in our thinking as a leader of an educational institution, and many, many things can be achieved with our collective efforts. So with those comments, I would like to conclude here, and I wish you all the best in your brainstorming in tomorrow's session. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And in continuation with what Professor Jagdish Kumar just said, we would be now watching a short film on the UGC's initiative for the National Education Policy.
नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति के विभिन्न पहलुओं के बारे में विस्तृत जानकारी मिलेगी। जितनी जानकारी और ज्यादा जानकारी ज्यादा स्पष्ट होगी, फिर उतना ही आसान इस राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति का इम्प्लीमेंटेशन भी होगा।
My heartful gratitude to everyone who has been part of the NEP journey so far. Let us continue to strive together for a better and brighter future for our children.
The University Grants Commission is the leading implementation body for the National Education Policy 2020. UGC has been taking a number of initiatives since the notification of NEP, which are being displayed in this video ahead. NEP Sarthi Student Ambassador for Academic Reforms in Transforming Higher Education in India. This initiative aims to bring students together as active participants in implementing the NEP 2020, where students can engage meaningfully with the reforms undertaken by the UGC. 721 NEP Sarthis from 262 higher educational institutions have been selected by UGC till now.
Utsah, undertaking transformative strategies and actions in higher education. The portal will effectively track and support the implementation of the National Education Policy 2020. All HEIs can log into the portal using the ASHE code provided to them. Total 1007 higher educational institutions have already registered on the Utsah portal.
The UGC has constituted 5 zonal committees to develop a roadmap for the effective implementation of the NEP 2020. The committees have 5 zones: Southern, Northern, Western, Eastern and North-Eastern and Central. The first conference of the Western Zone Vice Chancellors Conference was held at Statue of Unity, Gujarat on 26 October 2023, where 200 plus Vice Chancellors and 600 plus NEP coordinator participated. Academic Bank of Credits, enabling students' mobility across higher education institutions. ABC helps in seamless integration of skills and experiences into a credit-based system. More than 2 crores 50 lakh registrations have already been done on ABC. The provision of multiple entry and exit provides much-needed flexibility and appropriate exit options for learners who may discontinue their studies in different phases and wish to re-enter to continue education at higher levels. This initiative shall curtail the dropout rate, improve GER by offering flexibility in curricula and novel course options to students. National Credit Framework. NCRF is a single framework to integrate the credits earned through school education, higher education and vocational and skill education. It gives levels from 4.5 to 8 for higher education. National Higher Education Qualifications Framework, NHEQF, defines learning outcomes of graduate students. It also brings higher educational institutions to common level of benchmarking. NHEQF enables students, parents, HEIs, employers to understand the nature and level of expected learning outcomes. University Entrance Test CUET is a fair and transparent examination system for UG and PG admissions. Reducing the burden on students and teachers, 19.2 lakh students appeared for CUET UG in 2023. Appointment of Ombudsperson. The UGC provides for the establishment of Students' Grievances Redressal Committees, SGRC, by all higher educational institutions. It is also mandatory to appoint an ombudsperson at the university level. The students can approach the committee or the ombudsperson if their grievances are not being addressed. Based on the principle of light but tight, the new UGC regulations provide streamlined and simplified processes for institutions seeking deemed university status, ensuring a balance between autonomy and accountability. The regulations also introduce a new category, distinct institutions, with a focus on teaching and research in a unique discipline. Conferment of autonomous status upon colleges. The new UGC regulations provides flexibility to colleges seeking autonomy. UGC has also launched an application portal. CU Chayan, a unified portal for faculty recruitment for central universities. Search and browse career opportunities in academia across all central universities at one place. With the aim to provide an international dimension to Indian higher education, UGC has introduced norms which allow top foreign universities to set up campuses in India. UGC has also launched application portal for foreign universities to apply. UGC regulations on twinning, joint and dual degree program, provides global exposure to Indian students, international curriculum, and attract foreign students. There is no prior approval or equivalence required. More than 60 Indian higher educational institutions are collaborating with top foreign universities. UGC also encourages all HEIs to establish Office for International Affairs in their campus. Institutions can also set up a dedicated Alumni Connect cell to foster their alumni network. Framework for Global Citizenship Education in Higher Education. This framework provides inputs on the knowledge, skills and value system required by students to become global citizens with deep-rooted pride in being Indian. The Indian Knowledge System. NEP 2020 emphasizes on the promotion of Indian languages, arts and culture, and integration of Indian knowledge systems, IKS, at all levels of education. UGC guidelines aim to train teachers to familiarize and enthuse them about IKS subjects. The UGC guidelines on IKS provide for higher educational institutions to offer short-term credit-based courses on Indian heritage and culture. The courses may include universal human values, Vedic mathematics, yoga, Ayurveda, Sanskrit, Indian languages, music and classical dance forms to attract international learners to India. Empaneling local artists in HEIs. Empanelment of artists, artisans in residence in HEIs as Guru, Param Guru and Parmeshti Guru will harness the creative talent and intellectual resources available within the country. Another significant initiative is the guidelines on incorporating Indian knowledge systems, IKS, into curricula. At least 50% of credits allotted to IKS should be related to the major discipline. Malvi Mission Teachers Training Program. To train our teachers and contribute to their capacity building, UGC has launched this full-fledged teachers training program. This program aims to train more than 15 lakh teachers through the 111 Madan Mohan Malviya Teachers Training Centers spread across the country. Establishment of research and development cells in HEIs. RDC will create a conducive environment for enhanced research productivity, encourage collaboration at the local, national, and international levels, and facilitate greater access to research. Total 1495 R&D cells have been established in higher educational institutions. Minimum standards and procedures for award of PhD degree. Through these new UGC regulations, there will be ease for taking admissions in PhD. Curriculum and credit framework for undergraduate programs. UGC framework provides 4-year UG programs as honors and honors with research. Exit points at first, second, third year available with option to rejoin within 7 years for students. Pursuing 2 academic programs simultaneously. Students can undergo 2 programs, 1, both online, 2, 1 online and 1 physical, and 3, both physical. Internship Apprenticeship Embedded Degree Program. With the help of UGC guidelines, students can take up to 20% of total credits by doing internship or apprenticeship. Professor of Practice. Bringing distinguished experts from various fields such as engineering, science, technology, management to mentor the students. UGC has also launched Professor of Practice portal. Guidelines on life skills. It has been introduced with the aim to encourage life skills in students, seeking participation from both the students and the faculty. Skills such as communication, professionalism, management, and leadership and universal human values are considered to be crucial for the holistic development of learners. Online and open and distance learning education. Well-performing HEIs are permitted to offer online programs to achieve the desired gross enrollment ratio and improve access and provide an enabling environment for all. Swayam, study web of active learning for young aspiring minds, aims to take the best teaching and learning resources to all. Students can avail of up to 40% credits in a semester through the Swayam platform and can transfer credits to the parent institute. Transforming single-stream HEIs into multidisciplinary institutions. The UGC guidelines provide a roadmap for single-stream institutions to transform as multidisciplinary institutions by merging, forming clusters, and new departments. Accessibility guidelines and standards for higher educational institutions and universities. These guidelines ensure that standards are well kept and maintained for Divyangjans in campuses. Credit-based course on pedagogical aspects for teaching Divyangjan and specific learning disability. These guidelines focus on pedagogical aspects of teaching persons with disabilities, which will aim to provide flexibility in the selection of courses to them. Fostering social responsibility and community engagement in higher educational institutions in India. The UGC guidelines provide 2 credit courses for students. Guidelines on Mulya Pravah 2.0, inculcation of human values and professional ethics in higher education institutions. UGC has guidelines on promotion of physical fitness, sports, students' health, welfare, psychological and emotional well-being at higher educational institutions of India. Guidelines for Women's Cell. Providing basic facilities and amenities for a safe, secure environment for women in HEIs.
Friends, we have just now seen many reforms being rolled out by UGC in the video. It is our collective responsibility to make sure that these reforms are implemented at a rapid pace across the country so that the higher educational system in our country is transformed.
For complete details about all the NEP initiatives, you can visit UGC website www.ugc.gov.in.
Certainly, sir. Especially as the country takes rapid stride towards global leadership, we believe that all these reforms will go a long way in preparing our students to be able to not only to reap these opportunities, but also to shoulder these responsibilities which emanate now onwards. Thank you. Now it is time for some words of wisdom from our chief guest, Honorable Governor of Haryana, Shri Dattatreya Ji. Shri Dattatreya Ji has been a member of Lok Sabha 4 times and has also handled important portfolios in the Union Cabinet. He has done immense work for the underprivileged segments of the society. Shri Dattatreya Ji has been the Governor of Himachal Pradesh prior to taking over as Governor of Haryana. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome the Chief Guest of the day for his address.
प्रोफेसर एम जगदीश कुमार जी, अध्यक्ष विश्वविद्यालय अनुदान आयोग, प्रोफेसर रेणु विक जी, कुलपति पंजाब विश्वविद्यालय, प्रोफेसर तनकेश्वर कुमार जी, कुलपति सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी हरियाणा, प्रोफेसर रुमिरा सेठी, डीन ऑफ यूनिवर्सिटी इंस्ट्रक्शंस। कार्यक्रम में उपस्थित विश्वविद्यालयों के सभी सम्मानित कुलपतिगण, विश्वविद्यालय अनुदान आयोग के अधिकारीगण, राष्ट्रीय नई शिक्षा नीति के नोडल अधिकारीगण, कॉन्क्लेव में हिस्सा ले रहे शिक्षाविद, अन्य महानुभाव, भाइयों बहनों और मीडिया के बंधु, नई राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति पर इस नॉर्दर्न जोनल वाइस चांसलर्स का जो कार्यक्रम आज आयोजित किया गया है, प्रतिष्ठित कुलपतियों को 2 दिवसीय सम्मेलन का हिस्सा बनकर मुझे बेहद खुशी महसूस हो रहा है। यह बेहद सराहनीय बात है कि सम्मेलन के दौरान हमारे नई राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति 2020 से संबंधित कई मुद्दों पर विचार विमर्श किया जाएगा, जिसमें सभी महत्वपूर्ण हितधारक भाग ले रहे हैं। शिक्षा पूर्ण रूप से प्राप्त करने के साथ साथ एक न्याय संगत समाज के
आवश्यकता और गरीबी उन्मूलन के लिए संयुक्त राष्ट्र के सदस्य राज्यों द्वारा 2015 में अपनाए गए 2030 सत्र के सतत विकास लक्ष्यों को अनुरूप बनाना है। लोगों की समग्र शांति और समृद्धि सुनिश्चित करने के साथ साथ धरती माता की रक्षा भी करना है। राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति और सतत विकास लक्ष्य सार्वभौमिक गुणवत्ता वाली शिक्षा, तकनीकी, व्यावसायिक और तृतीयक शिक्षा के जनादेश को संज्ञा करती है। प्रभावी सीखने के परिणाम उद्यमिता के लिए तकनीकी प्रशिक्षण और व्यावसायिक कौशल, सकल नामांकन अनुपात, आजीवन सीखना सभी के लिए समावेशी और प्रभावी शिक्षण वातावरण है। आज ज्ञान आधारित नेतृत्व की ओर बढ़ते हुए भारत दुनिया के सबसे युवा देशों में से एक है और इस समय दुनिया भारत की ओर पहले से भी अधिक आशा और अपेक्षाओं के साथ देख रही है। जनसंख्या की लाभांश प्राप्त करने के लिए राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति ने देश की शिक्षा प्रणाली के लिए वंचित अपेक्षाएं निर्धारित की है। राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति मूलतः याद रखने से सीखने की ओर एक बदलाव है। राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति का मुख्य फोकस एक समग्र शिक्षा प्रदान करना, जो शरीर के साथ साथ दिमाग के विकास पर भी ध्यान केंद्रित करती है। भारत के उज्जवल भविष्य के लिए हमारी मौजूदा शिक्षा प्रणाली और शिक्षण संस्थानों की बहुत बड़ी भूमिका है। इसलिए आज़ादी के इस अमृतकाल में शिक्षा में उत्कृष्टता के लिए प्रयास करने का दायित्व हम सभी पर है। अभी सारे देश भर में हर वर्ष हम यूनिवर्सिटी जो है राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति का जो डॉक्यूमेंट है, जो हमारा डॉक्यूमेंट बना हुआ है, ये बहुत ही उत्कृष्ट है, बहुत ही बड़ा है, लेकिन इसको कार्य रूप में लाने के लिए बहुत ही बड़ा समय चाहिए। कार्य रूप में लाना, डॉक्यूमेंट तो बहुत अच्छा रहता है, रिपोर्ट भी बहुत अच्छा रहता है, लेकिन उसको कार्यान्वित करके विद्यार्थियों में परिवर्तन लाने का जो काम है, ये बहुत बड़ी काम है। इसलिए जो मैंने अभी बताया था, जो भी आज राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति में आज दुनिया में सबसे बड़ी तेजी से आगे बढ़ रही है टेक्नोलॉजी। टेक्नोलॉजी आधारित बहुत ही परिवर्तन होना चाहिए। हमारे यूनिवर्सिटीज़ के अंदर जितने भी नए तकनीकी है, न्यू टेक्नोलॉजीज है, जितना हम नए टेक्नोलॉजीज को हम विद्यार्थियों के बीच में लाएंगे, उतना जो है वो विकासशील बनते जाएंगे। लेकिन मेरा जितना जो ऑब्जर्वेशन रहा है, अभी हम नया टेक्नोलॉजी को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए कुछ कमियां दिखती है। जैसे बाकी देशों में ये नए टेक्नोलॉजीज पर काफ़ी काम आगे बढ़ चुकी है, तो इसलिए हम लोग इसके कंपटीशन में आने के लिए, उसके साथ आगे चलने के लिए हमको हमारा ये न्यू टेक्नोलॉजीज, जैसे आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस है, या हमारा इंटरनेट ऑफ थिंग्स है, IoT, और डिजिटल एजुकेशन है, ऑगमेंटेड रियलिटी है, वैसे ही वर्चुअल रियलिटी है, वैसे ही जो है ब्लॉकचेन टेक्नोलॉजीज, इस प्रकार के बहुत से 3D प्रिंटिंग, और वैसे ही हमारा एरोस्पेस, ऐसे काफ़ी जो है नए नए टेक्नोलॉजीज आई। ये टेक्नोलॉजी के माध्यम से ही बहुत जो है अपना शिक्षा में जो है परिवर्तन आती है, उसका ग्रेड जो है आगे बनेगी। जितना नया टेक्नोलॉजी आएगा उतना उसको बाजार में रोजगार प्राप्त होने का अवकाश मिलेगा। आज सारे देश में हर वर्ष में विश्वविद्यालयों से डिग्री लेने वाले विद्यार्थी जो है उनकी संख्या आज करीब 69 लाख है, 69 लाख है। 69 लाख में से महिला जो है 35 लाख है, और लड़के जो है 33 लाख है। लेकिन इतनी बड़ी संख्या में कोई भी सरकार, कोई भी व्यक्ति रोजगार नहीं दे सकता। मैं भी यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ा हूँ। यूनिवर्सिटी से पढ़ने के बाद अपने माता पिता को और हमको भी विचार लगता है, भाई डिग्री लेके मैं बाहर आया हूँ, लेके बाहर आने के बाद मैं क्या करूँ। एक मानसिक स्थिति हो जाती है। ये मानसिक स्थिति में वो सोचता है नौकरी के लिए ही सोचता है। लेकिन आज हमारी नई शिक्षा नीति में ये बदलाव आया हुआ है। हम ऐसे शिक्षा उनको प्रदान करें, वो नौकरी ढूंढने वाला नहीं होना चाहिए, वो नौकरी देने वाले होना चाहिए। इसकी प्राथमिकता होना चाहिए। इसलिए वो कोई सरकार के ऊपर आधार नहीं रहना चाहिए, छोटे छोटे क्यों ना हो। इसलिए भी इसमें गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने स्टार्टअप इंडिया निकाला है, स्किल इंडिया निकाला है। बहुत से नए जो है गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया भी नए स्कीम्स निकाले। इसलिए मेरा आप सब लोगों से अनुरोध है कि अपने यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में टेक्नोलॉजी, इनोवेशन एंड रिसर्च, ये 3 बातों के ऊपर ज़्यादा जो है ध्यान देना चाहिए। और आजकल विद्यार्थी बहुत तेज हो गए। विद्यार्थी इतना तेज हो गए, कभी कभी मुझे लगता है वो प्रोफेसर जब बोलते रहते बच्चे हंसते रहते। क्यों हंसते रहते वो लोग? ये जो है अपडेट नहीं है, आउटडेटेड है, पुराने विषयों को बोल रहे हैं, इसलिए बच्चे हंसते रहते हैं। अगर आप अपडेट रहेंगे, आप अगर और अच्छा जो है बहुत ही जो है आप IQ बढ़ेंगे, बहुत बड़ा अच्छा काफ़ी मजबूती से आप अगर सब्जेक्ट के ऊपर कमांड रहेंगे, सारे जो है निशब्द रहेंगे। तो इसलिए मेरा रिक्वेस्ट है, आप सभी लोग निरंतर विद्यार्थी बनना चाहिए। जो निरंतर विद्यार्थी बनेगा, निरंतर विद्यार्थी बनना चाहिए। दोया में गवर्नर, आई ऑल्सो शुड बिकम ए स्टूडेंट। गवर्नर हो, प्रधानमंत्री हो, कोई भी हो, नित्य विद्यार्थी होना चाहिए। नित्य विद्यार्थी समाज को प्रेरित कर सकता है। तो इसलिए मेरा आप लोगों से, यू आर क्रीम, और सबसे ज़्यादा महत्व की बात है, विद्यार्थी जब पढ़ने के लिए आते ये नई शिक्षा नीति में भी बहुत महत्व दिया गया है। एथिकल वैल्यूज, मॉरल वैल्यूज जितना अच्छा रहेंगे उतना वातावरण अच्छा रहेगा। जहाँ वातावरण अच्छा रहेगा वहाँ जो है अच्छे विद्यार्थी निकलेंगे। तो इसलिए मेरा रिक्वेस्ट है, हर यूनिवर्सिटी में एथिकल वैल्यूज के ऊपर, मॉरल वैल्यूज के ऊपर, डिसिप्लिन के ऊपर कोई भी जो है हम समझौता नहीं करना चाहिए। तो आवश्यकता ये है कि हम जो भी टीचर्स है, टीचर मीन्स इन माय व्यू टीचर तो ऐसा रहना चाहिए कि टीचर जो है 7 शब्दों का है, TEACHER, a teacher. This means T means tolerant, E means efficient, A means adorable, C means caring, और H means humble होना चाहिए, और E means elegant, R means reverence. ये 7 गुण जो है, ये 7 गुण अगर टीचर में रहेंगे, विद्यार्थी जो है बहुत अच्छा निकलेगा। विद्यार्थी टीचर से ही निकल सकता है। मैं मेरा अनुभव बोलना चाहता हूँ, मेरा जीवन का मैं अनुभव बोलना चाहता हूँ। ये 7 गुण जो है, ये 7 गुण मैं मेरे एक फिजिक्स के टीचर थे, उनका नाम है रामैया। हमारे यहाँ पर उस्मान यूनिवर्सिटी से आए हुए श्रीनगर के वाइस चांसलर बैठे, वो जानते हैं रामैया को, शायद जगदीश जी भी जानते हैं। मैं जब 1964 में 63 में 62 या 63 में पढ़ रहा था। मैं स्कूल का विद्यार्थी था। वो मुझे फिजिक्स पढ़ाते थे। वो जब क्लास में आते थे, सारे विद्यार्थी बहुत श्रद्धा के साथ सुनते थे, और हम विद्यार्थी समझते थे कि हम रामैया बनना चाहिए। वो सामान्य रूप से रहता है, बहुत ही आइडियल पर्सन। उनका इतना उत्कृष्ट ज्ञान है उनके पास। आज उनको IIT रामैया कहा जाता है। गरीब बच्चों को IIT को तैयार करने में उन्होंने उनका जीवन समर्पण किया है। मैं बाद में 1964 के बाद उनको मैंने 2002 में मिला था। तब तक मैं कभी नहीं मिला। 2002 में मैं उस्मान यूनिवर्सिटी में वॉकिंग के लिए जा रहा था। वो भी वह वॉकिंग के लिए आए। वो मुझे नहीं पहचाने, मैं उनको पहचानता हूँ। मैं गया, मैं जाके उनके पैर पड़ा हूँ। मैं उनके पैर पड़ के नमस्ते सर बोला हूँ। तो रामैया जी परेशान हो गए, अरे आप तो केंद्र मंत्री है। मैं तो जब वाजपेयी जी की सरकार में केंद्र मंत्री था, अर्बन डेवलपमेंट मिनिस्टर था। आप तो मंत्री है, आप क्यों ऐसा मेरा पैर पड़ रहे? मैंने उनको कहा, साहब आप मुझे पढ़ाया, आप पढ़ाने से आज मैं इतना ऊपर आया हूँ और मंत्री बन चुका हूँ। ये जो है बहुत बड़ी चीज है। विद्यार्थियों में वो प्रेरणा उन्होंने दिया है, वो प्रेरणा देना चाहिए। जब तक हम प्रेरणा नहीं देंगे, वो प्रेरणा अंदर से आना चाहिए, ये ऊपर से नहीं आना चाहिए। तो इसलिए मेरा मानना है, आप सभी लोग इसमें थोड़ा ध्यान देकर हमारे जो भी नई शिक्षा नीति है, इट इज डेफिनेटली ए गेम चेंजर, ए गेम चेंजर। नया शिक्षा नीति सही तरीके से अमल होगा तो भारत जो है डेफिनेटली विश्वगुरु बनेगा और भारत के हर विद्यार्थी दुनिया में घूमने के लिए निकलेंगे। और हमारे विद्यार्थी बहुत ही जीनियस है, वेरी इंटेलिजेंट पीपल, बहुत ही अच्छे, लेकिन उनको अवकाश प्राप्त होना चाहिए, उनको मौका मिलना चाहिए। मैं अभी इस बीच में कुछ रिपोर्ट पढ़ रहा था, वो रिपोर्ट में उसके आधार पर, वो रिपोर्ट के आधार पर मालूम हुआ है कि बाई 2030 दुनिया में 3 करोड़ नौकरी आने वाले, 3 करोड़ न्यू जॉब्स आर कमिंग। 3 करोड़ में से अगर हमारा यूनिवर्सिटीज, मैं जो बताया हूं वो नए टेक्नोलॉजी को, इनोवेशन को, रिसर्च के साथ बच्चों को हम आगे बढ़ाएंगे, मुझे पूरा विश्वास है 3 करोड़ में से 2 करोड़ भारतवासी ही वो नौकरी लेंगे। इतना कैपेसिटी अपना इंडिया में, इतना शक्ति हमारे पास है। तो इसलिए मेरा आप लोगों से और एक बार अनुरोध है कि आदर्श टीचर होना चाहिए, आदर्श टीचर होना चाहिए, मॉडल टीचर होना चाहिए। जितना मॉडल रहेंगे उतना वातावरण बढ़ते जाएगा। टेक्नोलॉजी आती है, टेक्नोलॉजी, इनोवेशन, रिसर्च सब आता है, लेकिन अंत प्रेरणा देने वाले आदमी होना चाहिए। इंग्लिश में एक कहावत है, इफ मनी इज लास्ट नथिंग इज लास्ट, इफ हेल्थ इज लास्ट समथिंग इज लास्ट, इफ कैरेक्टर इज लास्ट एवरीथिंग इज लास्ट। तो इसलिए एक कैरेक्टर बिल्डिंग ही यूनिवर्सिटी का काम बनना चाहिए। कैरेक्टर बिल्डिंग यूनिवर्सिटी का एक बहुत बड़ा मंत्र होना चाहिए। इसको आप आधार करते हुए मुझे विश्वास है कि 5 जोन में जो है ऐसे कॉन्फ्रेंसेस करने से बहुत ही अच्छा लगेगा। और एक बात मैं अंत में कहूँगा कि हम कभी भी कोई भी वाइस चांसलर, रजिस्ट्रार, डीन, ये लोग बहुत ही जो है सतर्क रहना चाहिए। हमारे इंडिया के सिस्टम में एक बहुत बड़ी लैब्स है। वो क्या है, कोई भी आता है, काम देता है, तो हम बोलते हैं कि भाई देखेंगे, करेंगे, बाजू लगा देते, वो ऐसा रहता है, पेपर वही पड़ा हुआ रहता है। फिर 3 महीने के बाद भी वो व्यक्ति आता, आगे वो पूछता है कि मेरा क्या हो गया, अरे हम देखेंगे, करेंगे। ये काम मैंने देखा हूं, ये अलसत्व नहीं होना चाहिए। मैं कबीर का हर बार बोलता हूं, आज करे सो अब, कल करे सो आज करे सो अब, फल में प्रलय होगी, फिर क्या होगा बोल के बोले। तो इसलिए कल का काम आज ही करना चाहिए, आज का काम अभी करना चाहिए। ये यूनिवर्सिटी के आप कैलेंडर में बनाइए। डोंट डिले द थिंग्स, डोंट डिने द थिंग्स, डोंट गिव इट एनी लिथर्जी। बहुत से इस कामों को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए आप जितना 3 लोग टीम रहेंगे यूनिवर्सिटी का। मुझे कुछ हमारे हरियाणा में अच्छे यूनिवर्सिटी के टीम है, अच्छे काम चल रहा है हरियाणा में। इसलिए मुझे विश्वास के साथ बोल रहा हूँ 2025 के अंदर ही नई शिक्षा नीति लागू करने की क्षमता आ रही है। टीम रहने से, टीम होनी चाहिए, वो टीम बनाने का भी आप लोग प्रयास कीजिए। और मुझे खुशी है, और एक बार मैं हमारे पंजाब यूनिवर्सिटी के वाइस चांसलर मुझे यहाँ बुलाकर इसमें भाग लेने का जो मौका दिया, उसके लिए उनको, उनके सारे टीम को मैं बधाई देते हुए समाप्त करता हूं। जय हिंद।
धन्यवाद सर। भारतवर्ष का प्रगति के पथ पर अग्रसर रहने के लिए नई शिक्षा नीति एक अहम कदम है और हम सब के लिए जागरूक रहे इस हेतु परिश्रम करना अत्यंत आवश्यक है। And now, for the closing remarks on the session, may I invite our very eloquent and erudite Dean University Instruction, Professor Rumina Sethi.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, Governor of Haryana, first of all, I want to express the gratitude of our university that you were able to be with us today. And your remarkable words of wisdom have inspired each and every person who is sitting over here today. So thank you very much. Honorable Chairman, Professor Jagdish Kumar, what can I say? When I first read the 32-page document of the 4-year undergraduate program, I was new to NEP, and it appeared to me that this is something extremely utopian. How are we ever going to implement this? But I took over as chair of that committee that was responsible for implementing NEP in Punjab University. And I want to tell you that every time I read this document, I feel there is something more to learn. The kind of breadth of vision in this gigantic task that you have laid in front of us fills my heart with pride that there is somebody as sincere and as devoted to the cause of education such as you, who has changed the entire or attempting to change the entire education policy of this vast country we call India. How difficult that must be, and what an enormous task to conceive of the very idea. I must applaud you that you thought of something so immense and you made sure that we would be able to follow it all the same, because it has been thought of so widely and so beautifully that there is ease in understanding it and in implementing it as well. So any anxiety that anybody must have had about the implementation process, I want to put everybody at ease to understand that this kind of interdisciplinarity and multidisciplinarity and the breadth of approach that lies in this education policy is not something that we have to fear about, but it is something that will take time, and it is something that will stay in our minds and hearts and ethos for a very, very long time indeed. In fact, I'm thinking about ancient universities and the manner in which this particular education policy has to be applauded for its inclusivity. What strikes me at the heart of this policy is the manner in which it has brought everybody together, not just people who want to study different disciplines as varied as quantum mechanics or music, but also every level of human being. All our students, no matter which class or caste they might belong to, are included in this enterprise. It takes me back to one of the oldest universities of the world. In fact, the first international university of this world, the first resident university, and I'm thinking about Nalanda, where also there was as much emphasis that was placed on performing arts as it was placed on philosophy or mathematics. Buddhism was as important as any other discipline that this university attempted to embrace. I'm also thinking of another ancient university, not as old. It doesn't go back to 5th century or 12th century as Nalanda does, but Vishwa Bharati in Shanti Niketan. These were universities which inculcated what we can perhaps call Vidya Bhavana. And the breadth of disciplines that were included, for example, from Hindu philosophy to Buddhism to medieval mysticism to Islamic instruction to Zoroastrian philosophy to classical and Vedic Sanskrit, and a number of other ancient languages also, such as Arabic, Persian, Pali, Prakrit, foreign languages as well, Latin and Greek. All these were included in the disciplines which were taught in either Vishwa Bharati or Nalanda. And that is the reason why I'm speaking of these examples today. Because this education policy, as outlined by the University Grants Commission, and I think a lot of credit rests on our Honorable Chairperson who has brought these diverse facets together, he has succeeded in even linking the present with the past. So it isn't as if we have left our past behind, but we have in fact brought that past into the present, which we had conveniently forgotten. And sir, I was reading the other day about a new enterprise which some 700 girl students of JNK are at the moment experiencing together. The College on Wheels, a train which is called the Gyan Uday Express, in which 700 young college-going girls are together to receive education while they are traveling on a train. This is a kind of an epic journey, which reminds me of the journey of Mahatma Gandhi also. Somewhere again, you see, we are linking up great personalities of our past with the current generation and not allowing them to forget how important it is not simply to receive education in a classroom, but to have what we call experiential growth, a kind of knowledge through experience. Sir was very right when he spoke about how classroom teaching has to be revolutionized altogether. Because in our classroom, we give a kind of lecture which is unilaterally given by a teacher to the taught. What we have to, in fact, inculcate is a kind of discussion or a dialogue between the teacher and the student so that the teacher becomes the taught. I'm reminded of the General Napoleon, who, when he went to conquer the East, wasn't simply thinking about, his military advances. He wanted to conquer countries, by conquering their culture and history. For him, as for many of us, art and philosophy are the underpinnings of civilization. So what Napoleon did was that he had a machinery of about 150 scientists, philosophers, and scholars, and he put all these people together in the ship. When his advance was checked by Admiral Nelson in the Battle of the Nile, Napoleon had to go back into Egypt. He couldn't advance any further. But although it wasn't possible for him to conquer Egypt, he managed to take back, with the help of this 150 scholars, scientists, and philosophers, shiploads full of education that he picked up from Egypt and discovered the whole art of Egyptology. A similar example is that of Francis Bacon, who wrote a novel which remained unfinished called The New Atlantis, in which a number of people, sailors, are shipwrecked and they find a university in the middle of an island. And I must inform all those people who have not ventured to see this novel that in this university they find a mix of various kinds of ideals, scientific, spiritual, and those of civic society. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm taking you back to these examples in order to tell you that the new education policy, or the National Education Policy 2020, in certain ways is a kind of conglomeration of all these things, where not just music and physics or management and engineering, but also so many other disciplines such as humanities and sciences are brought together, and they will finally enable us to have a university without walls. My gratitude to our Vice Chancellor, who is the first woman Vice Chancellor of Punjab University. And in spite of many anxious moments, she went ahead and took this extremely bold step of implementing the National Education Policy in Punjab University in 2023. I'm grateful to the Vice Chancellor of the Central University of Haryana, Professor Tankeshwar Kumar, as much as I'm grateful to all the dignitaries who are gathered today, And I very much hope that these 2 days will be an extremely enriching experience for everybody here. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. May I request you all to rise in your seats for the national anthem?
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Once again, thank you all. Please join us for a cup of tea. Regarding the information for the thematic sessions, all the information will now be displayed on the screen.